Welcome to Flowret's Storytime.
Lily's first sleepover. Lily packed her favorite teddy bear, Barnaby, into her little red backpack. "Are you ready for our sleepover at Nana's?" she whispered. Tonight was her very first sleepover without her parents. She was excited, but a little bit wobbly inside. Nana's house smelled like cinnamon and old, wonderful books. She gave Lily a giant hug that felt like a warm blanket. "I have your favorite cookies ready," Nana said with a smile. They played games and read stories, and Lily's tummy felt full and happy. But when it was time for bed, the wobbly feeling came back. The guest room was very different from her room at home. The wardrobe looked like a tall, dark giant, and the shadows from the tree outside danced on the walls like spooky monsters. A little tear rolled down Lily's cheek. She hugged Barnaby tight. "I want to go home," she whispered to him. The house, which felt so cozy before, now seemed full of strange creaks and groans. Just then, the door creaked open. It wasn't a monster. It was Nana. She had a small lamp and 2 mugs. "I thought you and Barnaby might like some warm milk," she said softly. "Is everything all right, little star?" Lily sniffled. "The room is scary," she said. "The wardrobe is a giant, and there are monsters on the wall." Nana sat on the edge of the bed and gave her a gentle smile. "Let's investigate this mystery," Nana said, her eyes twinkling. She took Lily's hand and led her to the wardrobe. She opened the door. Inside, it wasn't a giant's tummy, but Nana's colorful scarves and funny hats. Nana put a silly feathered hat on her head. Lily giggled. It wasn't a giant after all. "And the monsters?" Nana asked. She pulled back the curtains. The spooky shadows were just branches from the big oak tree, waving hello in the moonlight. Nana tucked Lily back into bed. "See? My house just has different shapes and sounds," she said. "But it's full of love, just like your house." She gave Lily and Barnaby a kiss on the forehead. Cuddled up with Barnaby, Lily looked around the room. The wardrobe was just a wardrobe. The shadows were just a friendly tree, and the house was quiet and cozy. Soon she was fast asleep, dreaming of cookies and silly hats. Lily's Big Ride. One sunny morning, a brand new bicycle stood gleaming on the lawn. It was bright blue, with a shiny bell and a basket just for Barnaby. "Wow," breathed Lily. It was the most beautiful bike in the world. Her dad stood beside her, smiling. "Ready to try it out?" Dad asked. Lily nodded, her heart thumping like a drum. She put on her helmet, which made her feel very brave. She carefully placed Barnaby in the basket. "Hold on tight, Barnaby," she whispered. But riding the bike was much trickier than it looked. It wobbled and wiggled. "I'm holding on," Dad said, jogging alongside her. But when he let go for just a second, the bike tipped over and Lily tumbled onto the soft grass. It didn't hurt, but Lily's knee felt a little scraped, and her feelings felt a lot scraped. "This is too hard," she said, her bottom lip trembling. Barnaby had fallen out of his basket and lay on the grass looking sad. Dad picked up Barnaby and dusted him off. "Learning new things can be wobbly at first," he said gently, sitting down next to her. "Remember being scared of the wardrobe at Nana's? You were brave then." Lily looked at her dad. He was right. The wardrobe had seemed like a giant, but it was just full of scarves. The bike seemed like a wobbly monster, but it was just a bike. "Can you hold on again?" she asked, her voice small but determined. They tried again and again. Dad ran alongside, holding the seat. They practiced turning and stopping. Each time, Lily felt a little less wobbly and a little more steady. "You're doing great," Dad panted, running to keep up. Then, without saying a word, Dad let go. Lily kept pedaling. 1 wobble, 2 wobbles, and then she was doing it. She was riding all by herself. The wind rushed past her ears, and she felt like she was flying. I'm doing it," she shouted, her voice full of laughter. She looked back and saw her dad clapping and cheering, a huge, proud smile on his face. She rang the shiny bell. Ding, ding! Lily rode her bike all afternoon, with Barnaby safely tucked in his basket. The wobbly feeling was gone, replaced by the wonderful, soaring feeling of trying something new and succeeding. She couldn't wait to tell Nana all about her big ride, Lily's first sleepover. Lily zipped up her overnight bag with a ZIIIP. Inside was everything she needed for her very first sleepover at her best friend Chloe's house. Her rocket ship pajamas, her toothbrush, and most importantly, Barnaby. "Are you excited, Barnaby?" she whispered. Her mom came into the room, smiling. "Ready to go, Starlight." When Lily arrived next door, Chloe threw the door open. "You're here," she squealed, pulling Lily inside. "We're going to build the best fort ever, and eat pizza, and tell spooky stories." Lily giggled, her nervousness fizzing away like lemonade. They dragged blankets and pillows into the living room, building a magnificent fort under the dining table. It had a secret entrance and a special cushion just for Barnaby. Chloe's mom brought them pizza on a big tray. "Fort service for 2 brave adventurers," she announced with a wink. Inside their fort, with the lights off, the world felt magical. They switched on their torches and made shadow puppets on the blanket walls. Lily made a wobbly butterfly, and Chloe made a very convincing crocodile that tried to nibble Barnaby's shadow. Soon, it was time for bed. They put on their matching pajamas and brushed their teeth in the bathroom, making funny faces at their foamy reflections in the mirror. Everything was more fun when you did it with your best friend. Snuggled in their sleeping bags inside the fort, they felt warm and cozy. Chloe's mom poked her head through the secret entrance. "Room for one more?" she asked, and read them a story about a friendly dragon until their eyelids started to feel heavy. Chloe fell asleep first, her breathing soft and steady, but Lily's eyes were wide open. The house made little creaks and groans she wasn't used to. A shadow in the corner looked a bit spooky. A small, wobbly feeling started in her tummy. She missed her own bed. She hugged Barnaby close. His familiar, soft shape was a comfort in the dark. She remembered being scared of her bike, how wobbly it felt. Dad had told her being brave didn't mean you weren't scared, it just meant you tried anyway. Lily took a deep breath. This was just a new kind of wobbly feeling. She thought about the pizza and the shadow puppets and Chloe's big giggle. She closed her eyes and pictured herself soaring on her blue bike, flying right into a happy dream. The next morning, sunlight streamed into the fort. Lily woke up feeling warm and proud. She had done it, her very first sleepover. When her mom came to pick her up, Lily ran to give her a huge hug. "It was the best," she said. "Can I have another one next week?"
See you soon at Flowered Storytime!